It ain't pretty, but it's not a beauty pageant. It's football. That was what BV said after the game on the post-game interview, and he's absolutely right. It's football. And welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is for the 9:30 nightly live show. 17-6, the Sooners get it done. At the Palace on the Prairie, you had many men playing before the fourth. The players are absolutely just loving every bit of it. They brought the hammer all day long, holding the nation's leading rusher to 0 yards in the second half. Let me repeat. 0 yards for the nation's leading rusher in the second half. And yeah, we can talk about other things, but I'm going to choose to talk about the exceptional job that Brent Venables has done. Whatever we say tonight, not going to be enough credit for the man. It's just not.
Yeah, Jerm, as Lori says, OU covered today. 9.5, 10-point favorite. They win by 11. Jerm, I after the Texas game, if you'd have told me, and then after the Ole Miss, if you'd have told me Saturday night, November 22nd or 3rd, whatever the night is, that OU had just beaten Missouri, and if they beat LSU, they're going to playoff. Jerm, I would have said, you're out of your ever-loving mind.
Hey, and Jay,
I would have said that.
You know what else you would have said?
And to do it the way they've done it is even more impressive.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what else is crazy to think about? Who would have thought early on in the year that LSU was going to be the easier matchup? Hey, well, listen very carefully. Missouri was top 10 defensively and top 20 offensively in the country. That's where they were. They're actually one of the more balanced teams out there.
Hey, OU Rhino, they beat a ranked team.
The polls.
There's only one team. There's only one team that I could see the people saying, "Oh, they were impressive over Syracuse." That'd be Notre Dame because they scored 70 points. Listen,
in the polls, they beat a ranked team.
That's number 5, by the way.
By the way, is 5 ranked opponents they've beaten. 4 currently ranked.
4 currently ranked.
And that's one thing that OU has done also in the midst of this. I mean, the last 3 weeks, you beat 14, you beat 4, and you beat 22. 2 of those on the road. But what OU has done the last few weeks is basically put themselves securely in the playoff. There is no way anyone can go over them when they lead the country in ranked wins.
No, not at all.
Hey, and by the way, defensively, what they did today, without R. Mason Thomas and without Jaden Jackson most of the game. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I know Jaden and Jackson kind of got injured there. Didn't come back in.
I didn't see Dan Lanning throw shade at SEC. What did he say?
Basically, something about this wasn't he called some cupcake state that we played today. This was USC. Basically saying all the SEC teams played all those weak teams today.
Well, OU didn't.
Oregon's schedule is one of the worst in the country. He needs to stop. They haven't played anybody. Indiana and USC. I mean, who else they played? Iowa? Come on now.
Yeah,
he said we didn't play Chattanooga, which I don't know who played Chattanooga today. Do you?
No, Bates and Miguel Chavis are great.
Hey, let me say a guy today that I watched, and I thought, wow, this guy is going to be impressive as a Sooner. He already is. There was a couple plays, though. His name is Mike Boganowski, okay? Boganowski on the 4th down play just
so good.
I mean, it reminded me of Brandon Average the way he used to come in and hit. Downhill.
That was third down. It was third down.
Third down. The other one was this. There was a play they did, a pass or a handoff to a guy on the outside. It was a run. Oh, you had 4 guys kind of just get around this guy, gang tackling. He came up, shouldered that whole pile, moved it 5 yards. Just with that dude's he has got some heavy hitting behind his shoulder pads, man. It's impressive.
Yeah, and Reggie Powers in the second half was great. He's going to have to sit out a first half next week, which sucks. It absolutely sucks. Hey, was it necessary to play? Yeah. Here's my question. Do you realize, Jay? Wes, do you realize this? Ahmed Hardy had as many yards rushing as I did today in the second half.
How many yards did he have?
Zero.
How many yards?
Zero.
How many yards did he have after contact today?
Not many, Jay. First drive, he might have had 15 or 20.
Jacoby's playing well. Jacoby was playing well right now.
Oh, yeah. Jacoby's playing really good, Jay. They rotate a lot of guys. Hey, I'll take punts as long as there's not turnovers every single day. And people who want to compare this year's offense to last year's, this year's offense is better. You may not see it a whole lot. It's way better. They can at least get some first downs, and they're not turning the ball over. Like, I know there's questionable material. He had some big-time runs, big-time third-down pickups. To me, it's more of an issue of play calls, more of an issue of identity. But I'm not even going to sit here and harp on the offense tonight right now.
The offense has got to get better. Everybody knows that. What is there to say? I mean, they got to get a lot better. So Mateer has to be better. He has to be better at seeing the field. I feel like sometimes there's a few times he didn't throw it to the guy open, then decide to run and throw it away. You got to kind of hit that guy if they're open. But
I don't think Blaylock is hurt. And Mateer
he's definitely banged up, I think, Jerm.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He's not playing.
Hey, but the reason Barnes isn't playing is he's using a red shirt, so he can't play. So I thought, man, if you like smash mouth football, Jay, play after play after play, I could go through my head and talk about just the defensive. And by the way, something everybody wanted, Jay. People have been calling for this all offseason, all year. The old BV, he's back. Losing his mind on the sideline. Pointing at the referee. It was great stuff.
Hey, I
agree, Corks.
When did you say that the offense was good, Jerm?
I never did.
Oh, okay. I'm confused by that.
I said I'm not going to sit here and harp on it all night. I'm done with that. I'm going to talk about what was great today right now. We got plenty of time to talk about the offense and how bad it was. But, like, I mean, what else do you want to say about it?
Well, they got to at some point.
Well, he did point at Arbuckle. He did point at Arbuckle some. Hey, I want to know where all the BV haters are, though. Where are all the BV haters right now? Where's all the 7-5er and 6-6ers?
No,
huh?
They're still going to be there, Jerm.
No, they're not talking about it.
Yeah.
If BV were to leave OU right now, he'd be hired immediately by a big-time program. That's where he's at.
Gosh, I am so tired, man. You just try to like start.
Give BV some credit.
Who's not?
A lot of people aren't, Jason.
Jeez.
A lot of people aren't.
You're just trying to fit your argument. I mean,
my argument? No.
From 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Whenever that was.
No, I'm not. I'm sick and tired of no one really talking about BV.
He's going to win Coach of the Year in the SEC, Jerm. Who's not talking about
Elko will win it, probably.
Yeah, Elko probably will. You're right. He'll be second.
Jay, we can talk about the offense the next 3 days if we want, but I'd rather talk about the defense right now. As bad as the offense has been, the defense is even better than that.
Great point here by Corks as far as let's enjoy this season, man. This season's been good, dude. 9-2, chance to make the playoff. I mean,
they hammer you, dude. They hammer you, Jason. This defense is.
I promise
spectacles today.
Hey, I promise you this: OU's offense it's not good right now, but I promise you, there's not a whole lot of teams that want to give BV 2 weeks to prepare for you. That's left out there going to the playoffs. There's not a whole lot of them that want to say, "Ooh, the matchup I want first round is BV 2 weeks to prepare with that defense." There's not a whole lot of them. Now they will be saying, "We'll have to score a whole lot probably on this team to beat them," but.
Hey, and Drew, that's because OU stopped the run so well. That's because they shut down the run. They started getting them in 2nd and 10s, and you just can't do it at that point. And I didn't even think OU blitzed a lot.
Yeah, and hey, real quick,
They had 4 sacks today.
Hey, real quick, this is a fair statement, okay? And Michael, before the season, we did a show where we're like, where does OU need to be offensively to make the playoff? I think the majority of the answers in that one was 40 or better. They're not close to that. They're double worse than that. And for some, I don't know how, but if they win next week, they're going to make the playoff. That's how good the defense has been.
That was my point in saying.
But I think is the most fans thought this offense needs to be top 40, top 45, something like that. And that would give them a chance to make the playoffs. And I agree with you, Michael. It's got to be a lot better than 87. OU's going to be a lot better than 87 in the country. But right now, I'm happy that they're 9-2. One more game to go to the playoff with as bad as they've been offensively is pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, I mean, the money between Mateer, Ott, and Burks is a lot. And outside of Mateer, at times, he's the only one that's produced anything.
Well, Jerm, let me bring up something, okay? I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole here, so bear with me, okay? Bear with me here.
I'm not turning anything off.
Bear with me. I'm going to name guys on defense, okay? Let's just go through the list. David Stone, Jaden Jackson, Danny Okoye, Taylor Wine, Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie, Owen Heineke, Reggie Powers, Michael Boganowski, Eli Bowen, Jacoby Johnson, Cortland Guillory.
Dominic Williams, Grayson Halton.
I stopped there. Grayson. There's something they all have in common.
They've been in the system for a few years.
That's not the answer, but
that's one of them.
That's one of them, but there's something else, Jeremy, that they have in common, and the reason why they're playing well, and the reason why the offense isn't. Those are all high school recruits. OU has not recruited that well on the offensive side of the ball. Facts.
They're also underclassmen. They're also underclassmen, which is crazy.
Specifically, skill position, Germ, tight end, wide receiver, running back. Germ, they haven't compared to the defensive side, okay?
They're not playing them either, though. That's the problem.
That, to me, is the issue with the offense. And maybe some of the position coaches that haven't been that well. But to think that it's just going to be turned over, I mean, yeah, like the offensive position coaches, Jerm, tight end. I mean, the one recruit you got at tight end that was supposed to be a stud, he left after 1 year, Devon Mitchell. Okay. Wide receivers. I mean, go down the list. I'm just saying, you got to get to where you're at defensively on the offensive side of the ball. And that starts, I think, it starts with high school recruiting. Yes, next year you got to go portal guys. But to get this thing flipped on offense where it's going to be consistent, kind of like the defense is, it's got to start with the high school recruiting, in my opinion.
Yeah, and hey, I hated the Unity uniforms, but they talked about togetherness.
Undefeated.
You saw Todd Bates' post for Red November. Hey, respect earned daily, and then the 4 T's, togetherness was one. Hey, Damon, you're right. We all want a championship, and you know who wants one more than anyone? A guy by the name of Brent Venables, and that's why I don't think BV is going to sit back and allow mediocrity on offense in the offseason. He's going to make changes.
A mess. Absolutely.
Yeah, I knew Tatum wasn't going to play. You know why? Blaylock couldn't even play. What's DeMarco doing?
Yeah. Hey, mess. Great point. Him and Nate Dreiling have been probably the best thing that ever happened to OU was the night Allie said, I'm leaving. You know, Allie, we did a live show that night, and there was a lot of people upset. And Allie wanted a control of that defense. And BB's like, nah, I need to start calling some of this stuff. Need to help you out here. And Allie's like, nope, I'm out. Probably the best thing that happened to Oklahoma football was for BB to say, yeah, I'm going to take over. So, I don't think offensive talent is an excuse, though. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but to build it the right way, you got to get high school recruiting better on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, I just think you have to. How many guys on this roster were pre-Brent? Pre-Brent right now, Jerm? How many current guys on this roster were pre-Brent Venables? Does anybody know the correct answer to that? I mean, I'm trying to think. RSJ. I think RSJ is, Michael.
RSJ was pre Brent, I believe.
I thought RSJ was pre-Brent.
And here's the quote. Here's the quote. Guys,
maybe I'm wrong.
Jay, you called me earlier tonight and mentioned this. The biggest thing that happened over the offseason was right here what Ron Wood said. I'm going to take over because I'm good at it. And he was right. He's not actually he was wrong. He's not good at it. He's great at it. There's likely no one better than him at it currently. And if you go look at the last 5 national champions, you're right. Those teams scored 30 or above to win the Natty. But also they allowed 20 to 30, 40 points every time too. OU's defense is special. Because of that, if they don't turn the ball over, even if they're 87th, Jay, I know you're going to come at me probably. Even if they're 87th in offense, if they don't turn the ball over, they're going to have a chance in every single football game, and that's even in a national championship game. And I know people don't want to hear the year 2000. OU squeaked by against Bedlam, and they scored 13 points in the Natty game. So sometimes defense does win it all. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you need to score a lot of points. But I agree OU's offense has to be better. But I would sacrifice no turnovers for more. Like, I don't want just, let's get 500 yards and have 3 turnovers. I'm not about that. But it needs to be better.
So I don't know if there was any from the previous regime, because RSJ and Gentry, I think if I remember, I think BV kind of kept them. They were committed to Oklahoma, and he kept them committed.
Guys, Mateer should have had a pick or 2. I mean, Ty Simpson threw 2 today against Eastern Illinois. OU could have had a couple more picks. If you watch football every game, there's a chance for interceptions. And okay, this is the one I'm going to bring it up because I agree that the offense has to be better. Okay, it does. They need to get a better identity. They've got to be more consistent, at least controlling the clock.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's denying that.
I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, it's this comment like, and I've heard it all day. Well, if they don't figure it out, it's going to be a short playoff appearance. Well, did they go to Tennessee and win? Yes. Did they go to Bama and win? Bama's a playoff team as of now. They beat a Missouri team who's top 10 defensively, top 20 offensively. They owned the game. They just couldn't move the ball, but defensively they just shut them down. I'm telling you right now, if Notre Dame comes into Norman, you shut down the running game, you're winning the game. You're beating Notre Dame if you shut down the running game.
There might be OU going to Notre Dame. Hey, really, Steeler man, there's not many flawed teams out there. They're all flawed except Ohio State, maybe. And I need to see Ohio State against a better team. But I think they're the best in the country. And you know what? We'll see, Jeremy. I'm happy where they're at 9-2. Yes, do I want the offense to get better? Yes, of course. Anybody in their right mind would say that. But that's fine. But let's like be excited for what they are right now. You got to finish this thing off with one more win.
Yeah, and Emmett Jones, as Cork says, hasn't been good at developing. Michael Neal says material's just average, not awful, not great, kind of is what he is. And yeah, I would say I used the term again today. I just think he's like a gamer, Jay. That's what he is. He's just a gamer type. I do think he's a good leader.
It's very close now. You can kind of sit here and start talking about playoffs because it's such close.
Wait,
you got to win one game, correct?
I thought the deal was they couldn't get a bye.
They changed that though. Yeah, really? They can host. Listen, I don't think they will. I'm just saying the freaking committee. You never know with these people, but
I think they might jump OU.
Let's say this: the best scenario, in my opinion, for Oklahoma, okay, for the playoffs, because we can talk about it. I really think, I was there on you want Oregon to lose or whatever. I think Oregon right now, if they lose, they're still going to make it.
They're getting 3. I think you really need Ohio State to beat Michigan.
Oh, I want Ohio State to beat Michigan. I think they will.
Even though having Michigan in the playoff, I don't think Michigan's
I think the best spot for OU to be in would be 7.
Yeah.
You get the 10 seed and then you get the 2 seed.
Well, if Washington beats Oregon, OU's moving up.
Yeah, well, yeah, duh. But I'm just saying that's really the only scenario you can be 7 unless Tech loses.
Hey, this is one
Ole Miss loses.
I agree schematically. Schematically, I'd like to see more. I'm going to bring something up that's Parker Thune brought it up today before the game. You know where I'm going with this, Jay?
No.
Andy Bass.
What about it, though?
It wouldn't. If OU beats LSU, Andy Bass has been getting healthy. You get a bye week. Do they implement a double running back with Andy? I mean, Jay, I wouldn't put it past them. They've got to change stuff up.
I got one that's better than that.
Okay, let's hear it.
This scenario,
Javonte Barnes?
No. Hawkins is a pretty fast guy. Why not put him back there? You won't burn his red shirt now.
Because I would want more of a physical guy.
But you could do some things with him in the backfield. He can throw the ball too. I'm just saying, you could do a package with both of the quarterbacks in there if you want to try to open something up.
I mean, one weird play they did today was right before half, they tried the old slipping under his legs and run.
It was just bad blocking. Bad blocking. Probably my favorite play of the day, other than the Giovanni Gibson touchdown.
Well, the Satania 87-yard was the
favorite play of the game. One more block, it would have been a touchdown. Shovel pass.
It wasn't one more block. If he stays on his feet, it's a touchdown.
He had to get through those 2 linemen, but that was a good play.
No, I'm not saying like he's a weapon. That's not what I said at all. I think he was a great high school football player. I think he's a tough.
Can you imagine this scenario? Can you
tough
imagine
physical guy that can bring a fullback block type guy to the backfield? Is all I'm saying.
Hey, imagine this scenario: Mateer on the option right, pitchman Hawkins.
I don't know. Hey, one thing about Jay, I'm all for all that. Just change it up some. Let's talk about the play to Satania, who seems to be a pretty good, may get 1,000 yards. And people said I was stupid for even mentioning him in the same category as Ryan Broyles. I think he's going to have better numbers. Just saying. Saying. With a terrible offense.
Hey,
terrible offense. Hey, Jay, that play call to him, what was different about Mateer on that play than the others?
For which one?
The touchdown play. What did Mateer do in that one that he never does?
Which touchdown? Satania?
Yeah, they only scored 2 today, Jay.
He stood in the pocket and waited.
He actually stayed in the pocket.
Yeah, that's what he has to do.
He's leaving throwing.
Hey, and I would agree with this, Benjamin. That's the problem when you bring in other guys and try to trick plays. What it was, let me get this comment up here. It was, let's just stick to not turning it over, because that's been a success for you. You don't turn the ball over with that defense. Pretty good.
But that was a great throw.
What happened with this? Do you know? Did Foji get injured? What was said afterwards?
I have not heard if Foji was injured or they went with Simmons.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So, but even if they had a Dimitri Flowers or Trey Millard or J.D. Reynolds, they don't use, or Jeremiah Hall, they don't use that position.
We're talking about bringing in a guy that hasn't played a snap at OU. I mean,
who?
Andy Bass. I mean, come on now. This is
so
game 11.
Let's talk about Jaden Jackson.
Game 12.
You said ankle. From what I saw, he's reaching over to try to make the tackle. I thought it looked more like a bicep or arm type thing.
I don't know, Jeremy. I didn't really see what happened on it.
Does someone in the chat have an update on what they said that injury was? But Jay, it would be nice if you could get RMT back. I mean, Marvin Jones Jr. kind of plugs. He doesn't make a ton of plays, but he does the right thing. He's in the right position all the time. He forces guys to go elsewhere, which is good.
Hey, and answer to that is probably zero, Mess. Chavez, I agree.
Thank you. I agree.
I agree with this. Yeah, I appreciate the defense, but I can still want offense to be better. And Mess, to be fair, the Vandy comparison, I get what you're saying, but this isn't one game Mateer and OU plays bad offensively. It's been like 5 in a row or whatever. I mean, what have they done since South Carolina? They've had a few spurts and quarters. By the way, I'm going to say this right now. Go back and watch, Jerm. Right now, I have never, ever, in watching OU football in the history of OU football of my lifetime, ever, you ready for this statement, ever seen a better defense out of halftime. Third quarter numbers, the last 3 games, Tennessee, Bama, and Missouri, I mean, they're hardly getting any yards at all. I mean, what BV's doing out of half on defense, that's a whole nother level, Jerm. Third quarters have been sick.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Now we just need the other side of the ball to do.
And Chris, you're right. Kendall Daniels was exceptional today in pass coverage, in the flat tackling. I thought Eli Bone and Guillory were exceptional on the outside. Got a couple of pass interference calls, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're on an island and they're hanging there. Jacoby came in, did a thing with the interception. You know what? I started thinking, Jay, think about this. And chat, think about this. And thanks for being on here tonight, guys. We do this every night at 9:30. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new, thanks for being back. But how many plays this year has there been a bad play by OU followed by a turnover? Last week, you had the Kobe McKenzie, couldn't get on the ball. Next play, pick 6. Today, you have a horrible it was the Powers targeting. They were off the field. It was 4th down. They get a first down. Eli Drinkwitz says, you know what? We got the momentum. Jugular, let's take a shot at the end zone. Oh, Jacoby said, wait a minute. Ball don't lie. Now, Jay, I don't think Powers is going to get that overturned, unfortunately, even though I think his hand hit first because he jumped and led. But, man, how many plays this year, Jay, have they made a big-time play after some kind of debacle?
A lot.
That's
the thing. The mental and listen.
Fortitude.
The mental fortitude that BV's instilled in this team.
It's coaching.
That's a big thing.
Okay.
Before we get to Koye, I want to get back to Cade. Cade had a great point.
Okay.
And I think he's 100% correct. I mean, Cade's on the nose there. Until they start completing passes, not slants that go for 80 yards, I'm talking 30 to 40-yard down the field passes. Until that happens, they're not going to respect it. They're bringing everybody up. You're not going to be able to run the ball. I don't care.
Taking shots.
You got to take shots and complete them. They're going to keep getting closer to the line of scrimmage.
Got to put air into the ball, though.
Mateer's got to make them pay on that, man.
Now, the one time, I hated the play call in 3rd and 2. I would have run the ball. You're at midfield. They do a little corner route to Satania. It was probably the best ball Mateer threw all.
Still a little deep.
You don't know football, dude. You don't know
football. I do know football, actually.
It was a great throw.
It was not great. It was good. Great would have been in the hands.
It wasn't his hands. It was the best throw he made all game. Outside of the other
2 inches long. 2 inches long.
Oh, you're unbelievable, dude. You don't know what a good throw. Jay, I can see
margin for good and great is me different than yours, I guess. It was a good throw. It wasn't a great throw. Great throw would have been in stride.
Every person on Twitter, everything that says it was a great throw.
I watched the replay of it 2 or 3 times.
It hit him right in his hands.
On the tips.
Oh, you are unbelievable. It was tightly guarded. He threw it right where it needed to be. I'll sit here and rip all kinds of throws Mateer played today, through today. That was not one. Here's
the thing.
It was a Koye. They said it was PJ Adebawore. It was a terrible call. Why does everyone need to watch that? What happened on it?
No clue. Hey, the other thing is this. The ones that frustrate me, there was a couple of things that frustrated me today during the game. One time it was 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, something like that. They jump off sides. Mateer throws a check down to Robinson. Down the field. I don't care if it's intercepted or not. Go take a shot, right? The other one is this, Jerm. The other one is this. When you have one-on-one coverage and you have physical physical defensive backs like they were, playing real tight and being physical, you got to get the ball close enough where your receiver can go make a play, because then you're going to for sure get a pass interference. You can't sell it 5 yards past the receiver. And I understand it touches his hands. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving Jerm a hard time because I don't think great would be in the perfect hands. It
was a great throw. Hey, can you get to those supers up there? Go to Chiefs first. I can't get to him. Chief T-Bird, thanks for the super. Chief asked how many times we yelled at the TV about the offense today. A whole lot. Well, almost every time they got the ball.
Chief, I was at a cheer competition on my phone. Hope I didn't mess any cheers up because I was pretty frustrated with
Hey, can you hit the other super, Jay? I believe this one was Damon Dustin. Again, a great supporter of our channel. Appreciate you, Damon Dustin. Doesn't say anything. Just says, hey, 1999 super. Thank you so much. Appreciate your just everything on here and the chat and everything. Hey, I was getting ready to – we were just talking about something, Jay. What was it? Yeah, Kennick made a great throw. Hey, Dr. Shin was there, by the way.
Passing or what?
I don't remember what we were talking about. And by the way, when I said as many as Broyles, go look up his sophomore years.
You know what? This has been a fun season so far. Man,
it's been a great season.
I mean, it's been a quick season. You're at 9-2 right now. I mean, a lot of people had 9 wins, maybe as a ceiling. Some people, there were some. Joe, I think, had 10-2. There were some that had 10-2. And what they've been able to do has been freaking impressive. With that schedule, I mean, you look at it now. This is 3 weeks in a row ranked wins when it matters most. Okay, Red November is a real thing right now. They have one more to finish it off because it's in November.
Oh yeah,
LSU's in November, and I may go to that game. I think.
Hey, Wes, I agree. It's hard to win like they're winning, but when you say you can't expect to win at a high level, it's all they're doing. Hey, I want to ask you something, Wes. Are they winning at a high level? Are they winning at a high level?
They are, Jared.
And the main thing is they're not turning the ball over.
I saw somebody say on Twitter today, and tell me your.
They are winning at a high level. You're wrong if you say no.
Well, let me look something up real quick.
At Tennessee, at Bama, that's not a high level of winning? What? So what's a high level of winning? You got to score 50 and allow 40? You got to score 50 and allow 10? What's a high level of winning? You know what? Last time I checked, a high level of winning is you score more points than the opposing team, and that other team is a high-level football team, a.k.a. Tennessee, a.k.a. Bama. That's high-level football, is it not?
They're winning high-level games right now, Jared. Period. They are. Yeah, LSU's struggling tonight with Western Kentucky, man.
If those teams are flawed, then tell me who isn't.
Most teams are flawed, Jared. I mean,
I can be dissatisfied in the offense because I am. But to sit here and act like, well, they just can't win this way. That's all they've done.
No, I think that's not it. I think people think they can win this way. But I think at some point you would think you're going to need some offensive help. I think that's the main thing.
Hey, and by the way, Jay, you and I both know this. And Damon, thanks again for Jay, can you show it? Thanks again for the super, Damon. I appreciate you very much. Jay, you're in the same boat as me. We live together. We watch games together. 918, other people, we've already had this conversation. When OU was in the Big 12, you, me, lots of you in the chat, lots of you used to say this comment. Man, if OU was in the SEC, OU would dominate. Those offenses in the SEC can't play football. Those Big Ten offenses, they're trash. Yet, Georgia would win 13-10 against Bama. There was one year, Bama beat LSU like 10-7, and then OU fans lost their minds. You know what happened?
It was 6-3, I think.
6-3. You know what happened the next week? They had a rematch for the national championship. OU fans lost their mind and said, this is terrible football. It won. That's what OU's doing right now. It's the same thing that we used to rip the SEC for. We used to rip Georgia. We used to rip the A.J. McCarron Bama teams. We used to rip all kinds of teams because they played this way. Their offenses would get stuffed all the time, and you'd say, man, this team's not very good. Their offense isn't good at all. But they would win. That's where we're at.
Well, I mean,
that's where we're at.
They're winning games despite not having a great offense. Okay. But I don't think there's anything wrong with people wanting the offense to get better. I mean,
9-6 in overtime. Sorry.
I'm happy with just winning as well. I'm just looking at
you won 13-2 in a natty too.
Now, Sooner Thrawn. There's no chance Miami's getting in unless there's some upsets. There's not enough teams that can get in. Okay. The 8 now, are you saying does it give them a shot at the ACC? Now, that's a good question. Does anybody know that?
I looked at it earlier. They really needed, I think, UNC to beat Duke. They can still make it. They need help.
Really?
For one, they better worry about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh putting it to Georgia Tech tonight.
How bad is this offense historically? Well, this year they're ranked 87th in total offense. Last year they're about 140th. So they improved. Now, someone said most championship teams have game managers. Yeah, we're not turning the ball over. That's the main thing. Most championship teams have game managers as quarterback. Yeah, Will Howard, though, when they got to the playoffs, here's the difference. When they got to the playoffs, Will Howard had one of the best playoff runs of any quarterback, and they had guys like Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, and company on the outside. OU doesn't have those guys, okay? That's one difference. Michigan, J.J. McCarthy was a 5-star out of high school. He was a little more than a game manager. Now, they had an elite running game, which OU doesn't have.
Hey, real quick, let me update you on Miami. They got eliminated tonight. They can't make the ACC title game.
Really? Because UNC didn't beat Duke, right?
Yeah, so they're eliminated. So here's the worst scenario that could happen for the ACC. Virginia's the only ranked team. If Virginia doesn't win the ACC, they cannot get a team in.
They're getting a team.
James Madison and Tulane could both finish ahead of their highest ranked team.
Oh, they'll lose their mind. ACC will lose their mind.
But do you see the scenario I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Would they jump? Let's say SMU won the ACC. Would they jump him way over James Madison?
Probably. Big conference. We have not dropped
crazy scenario. That's a crazy scenario.
It's Pitt and Virginia. Hey, here's the call-in link. And I think Pitt just said, forget Notre Dame last week. They didn't even care. They focused all their attention on Georgia Tech. I guarantee you, Jay. Hey, here is the call-in link. Give us a holler. Check out the fan stop at thefanstop.com/OU. Takes you straight to the OU Shirt of the Month Club. You need to get on that. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. It's a great Christmas gift, which is right around the corner. It's that time of year. We got a busy week this week, Jay, with Thanksgiving. We need to talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to do the shows all week, but got to, because OU's got a chance to make the college football playoff. Hey, what's up, Platone, followed by Jackson?
Hey guys, I gotta throw Brent Venables some flowers here. I was a doubter last year for sure, and man, he is blown away my expectations. I know we have problems with offense, but let's talk about the defensive side, right? So the first drive, right? Mizzou, they run on us, right? We look kind of like like we're not up to it, but sure, after that drive, we pretty much shut them down the rest of the game. I mean, they had one drive right before halftime that was pretty good, but other than those two drives, Mizzou didn't really do jack the whole day, and Brent Venables made outstanding changes to the defense. He didn't just throw it out there and stick with it. He changed it constantly. After halftime, he made big adjustments. And not only is he a great defensive coordinator, but he makes good adjustments too. He's not just sticking to things that they don't work, So kudos to that. If you told me last year, at the end of last year, that we would have a chance to get in the playoffs, even if we get wiped out in the first round, I don't care. I mean, do I want to win in the playoffs? Sure, but I would have gladly taken that last year, considering what a bad spot we were. So, I mean, everything after this, if we can make the playoffs, everything is gravy, even if we don't get past the first round. I almost wonder if Venables needs to go to the offense and say, look, guys, let's just run the ball. When it's not working, just run the ball 3 times in a row and punt. At least take some time off the clock instead of throwing passes, because take a couple minutes off the clock. That sounds defeatist, but man, have X Rob take a couple of run plays, Mateer do a couple of design QB runs, and like every quarter or like at least 3 or 4 times a game, tell John Mateer, say, look, we're going to send Satania on a streak. I don't care if they've got 3 guys back there. Throw the ball and let it rip. I don't care if he's open or not. Just throw it and hope to get a pass interference penalty. And if he throws it to the sideline, there's still a good chance he can either make a play or maybe get an interference call. But I mean, I think that's better than what we're doing now. That's
Well,
my
you're
take.
right. You're right as far as the time stuff. Sometimes that's all it would really help OU out if they could run, instead of 3 plays, run 9 or 10 and eat about 4 minutes off the clock.
Well,
yeah, exactly. I saw the USC game today. USC got like 5 defensive pass interference calls against Oregon, and they lost. But still, they got like 5 calls that way when the guy didn't even catch it, but he went up and made a play on it and it forced the guy to commit a penalty on him.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm with Jerem though. I think that I'm good with this year. Yeah, the offense is disappointing, but I'll take it. Even if we get wiped out in the first round, that's fine with me. That's a good season in my opinion. But
Oh, absolutely. You're playing with house money in the playoff. But the other thing that BV can go to the offense and say is, you got 3 offensive linemen that are freshmen. Hey, you can say, let's get physical, because they should be better on the line next year, but it's the mentality, in my opinion. That's got to change. Let's get to Jackson, followed by Fit, followed by Mark, followed by Daniel, we've got several on here tonight. What's up, Jackson?
What's up, guys? Hey, so here's something that really has kind of came to my mind, especially over these last few hours. Just really reflecting on the offense, especially these last few weeks. Now, I don't know if you guys would maybe agree with this, but thinking of the mind from Ben Arbuckle, or trying to do that to the best of our ability. Knowing that you have such an elite defense and special teams, um, don't you think like it's like a spot for him too, where he's almost like, I don't want to be too aggressive and I don't want to mess things up and be maybe the reason that like maybe we allow a touchdown towards the end of the game because I put the defense in a bad spot, or
Jackson, I think
or
it's the
or
offense.
hold on, Jay, hold on,
Well,
or do you think it's just the fact that the offense just doesn't have really an explosive playmaker outside of Satania, and they can't really push the ball down the field that effectively?
Jackson, I'll tell you this. If I was a coach and an offensive coach and I had a defense like OU has, you know what my game plan would be? Freaking first 2 drives, scheme it up, get touchdowns, get the lead, ball game. That would be my scenario. Get the ball down the field,
I
go
agree.
score. So the first 2 drives need to be the best drives of the. I mean, you have a whole week to prepare, get the best scheme out there, get the lead with that defense, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Don't you be scared. They don't need to be coaching like scared that you're going to turn the ball over.
Yeah. And then also, I do think it's hilarious, Jeremy, this is what you said earlier in the live, that a lot of the Brent Venables haters are quiet, because guess what, Brent Venables? He has figured out how to win these close games now, it feels like. These one-score games, Brent has found ways, this team has found ways to make enough plays. And I'm sorry, I don't care how you win. To win in the SEC is hard. To make enough plays it's essentially, it is a skill. I mean, it's not like
better time management
like
lately, as of late. And
you know what, and I agree completely. And I do, I think this offense, I don't think they're gonna improve much this year. They are what they are. I mean, I don't just see things. I know some fans still think the offense can potentially has a lot of room for improvement, which they do, but they're just they kind of are who they are. They're gonna have a quarter or 2 during every game where they're gonna flash, be explosive, make some plays, and then outside of that, I don't think the offense has the ability to sustain drives for a whole entire game, because they find ways to shoot themselves in the foot, or they decide we're gonna carry the ball 3 times for 13 yards, and we're gonna drop back and throw it out of shotgun for 3 straight incomplete passes, which to me makes absolutely no sense. But this team is gonna go as far as the defense and the special teams will take it.
I think they can go far. So,
and man, how about 0 yards in the second half for Ahmad Hardy, guys?
phenomenal!
This
You
defense,
can't get any better than that.
I mean, and you guys said it, Brent Venables after halftime, elite when it comes to adjustments and everything. And I'm gonna tell you that Jay had a great point about this, Jeremy. Just coming or having to face Oklahoma after potentially them having 2 weeks to prepare for you, that would
no
be
one's
tough.
going to want him. You're right. No one's
Nope.
going to want OU in the
No,
playoffs.
and I will tell you, no matter what anybody wants to say about John Mateer, I think he just has found ways to really win these games and just
Well,
have
he
all
didn't
the
win him. The
guts.
defense won him. He
Yes,
found ways not to lose him.
yes, no, but I mean, I am like there is times where John Mateer has scrambled for extra first downs.
Yeah, he made a couple big
where
plays.
he's
I
kept
agree.
plays
Yeah.
alive. And you know what? I'm encouraged to see they at least tried to throw it down the field. I wish John Mateer would give his receivers more of a chance.
Yeah, you got to give him a chance.
I mean, hey, we're 9-2, Jeremy. Chance to be 10-2, go into the playoff, and
Can't ask for more.
And
Cannot ask for
Sooner
more.
Magic, man. Anything can happen.
That's right. Let's get to the next one. We got Fit with Fry, followed by Mark. What's up, Fit?
What's up, y'all?
How much?
Man,
What's up,
man, that right there, that's some SEC football. That's some SEC best.
Yeah. That's
And-
old school SEC.
And that's all we need. But I gotta say this. I was watching that Oregon USC game, and why doesn't Ben Arbuckle just go watch Lincoln Riley highlights? This dude schemes up the best plays you've ever seen in your life. He ran one play, and it was the most, I've never seen this play in my life. They have two crossers, one deep crosser, one mid crosser. The tight end blocks for about 2 seconds. It's a tight end hide. And the tight end runs a little like short. I mean, it was unbelievable. They took the linebackers out. They took the safeties out. I was like, why doesn't Ben Arbuckle just do some of that? Just go watch Lincoln Riley.
Well, that'd be like telling Alex Grinch to go watch BV.
I know. You can't do it.
You're talking about one of the great
yeah,
callers in the game with Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, I mean, some of those plays are just, the scheme is so ridiculous. I feel like you would have a hard time with that because those schemes are just. And
the problem is they haven't beaten any good teams with that offense.
Did you watch Tennessee? Did you watch Tennessee against Florida's defense?
Tennessee.
Florida's defense is exceptional.
They shredded them to pieces.
Tennessee put 31 on them in a half. OU shut down Tennessee from scoring.
But we're not here to talk about USC or anybody else. We're here because
exactly.
The Boomer Sooner defense. We're here because that big old leg of Tate Sandell. And we're here because BV turned it around. BV turned he turned a corner. That Tennessee game was a corner. He knew he had to do it. He was on the hot seat, whether we like it or not. After that Ole Miss game, BV was on the hot seat. Because if he would have lost these two games, everybody in Oklahoma would want him out of here right now. And he not manned up, but the team manned up, and they got it done. And that's all you can ask for. Because when you're getting paid millions of bucks, you're going to be on the hot seat if you lose 4 games at OU. No matter what. I don't care if you do it 1 year, 2 years, you're getting paid millions of dollars. And he figured it out. And I'm so proud of this team. We got one more. I mean, LSU's almost getting beat by Western Kentucky tonight. But you know them boys, we just can't seem to beat LSU. But I think that we'll get it done next Saturday. And last thing right
here. Is Ben Buren playing tonight for LSU?
Yes, he was playing.
Yeah, But LSU, they're a wreck.
Missouri's better. Missouri's better.
Missouri is better. But the one thing I'm scared about LSU is man, them boys want to spoil our season.
Yep,
them boys want to come in here and there's nothing else that Nick Anderson will want to do than come over here and catch 2 touchdown passes.
He won't be playing. He's out for the year.
Oh, I didn't even know that, but shows you how much I pay attention.
Bauer Sharp will be playing though. Bauer
Sharp. Good. That makes me happy. That gives me hope right there. But I'm excited. You guys have a great night, and that defense. I tell you this: I've been watching OU since 1997, since I was a kid watching it with my dad, and since I was 10 years old, been watching it. And this right here. 2003, this defense, in 2000, those are the best defenses we've had.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
For sure.
That's it. right
I
there.
agree.
Yeah,
So good job, OU,
that's right.
Boomer Sooner, and you guys have a great night and a great freaking week. Love y'all.
You too.
Hey,
You too, man.
kid.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Let's get to Mark.
And then
What's up,
Daniel,
Mark?
and then Pat and Sailor. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
How's it going? I was just I had a thought when you guys were talking Notre Dame, Miami, and all that.
Uh-huh.
If Miami creeps up close enough to catch Notre Dame, but
Yeah.
they get left out, and Notre Dame is there running up the score against ACC teams so they can get style points, will the ACC rethink their thoughts on playing Notre Dame
Well,
if it costs them a second school every year?
Well, I mean, the people that complain about Notre Dame not being in the conference, if the teams don't want to, just don't play them, then they're going to have to join a no.
Because they're pretty much an ACC team right now. They play.
They have an agreement to play ACC schools, and they're in ACC for everything but football. But do you think if it keeps costing the ACC a second team, they'll rethink that?
Well, I don't think it's going to cost. I don't think it's going to. I mean, this year it could cost them no team.
It could cost Miami a 10-2, and then the conference winner is not Miami. It could be Virginia. So,
but you know what's crazy, Mark, is you hear the committee saying, "Well, if they get close enough to Notre Dame, then we'll talk about head to head." That's a bunch of bull. They're not going to talk about.
They should, Jay. They should go in over Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's going to be in over Miami. They're not going to talk.
They never mention how close they have to be in the pod. They don't say if they make it to top 10.
Correct.
We'll see.
Yep, you're right.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
And by the way, Jerm, I promise you, just go ahead and book it. Tuesday night, Miami will move up above Utah. Watch, guaranteed.
Really?
They're gonna move up another spot.
Hey, let's get to Daniel.
What's up? What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good.
So the first thing I was calling because I saw Dalpos want me to say it. So about the Ott situation, I actually was told this a couple of weeks ago, just speaking with some people. And so Ott's first few days on campus when they first started camp, it was a bright side. Everything looked good. And then from what I was told, after he came back from that little injury stint, practice just terrible. Couldn't pick up assignments, couldn't block, missing things, dropping balls. And someone acted like he didn't care or like he was too good. And that showed in the game, like when he got out there and played. So, that just is paraphrasing. It was a longer conversation with people I talked to who like actually, like I said, are in meetings, different stuff like that told me stuff. So, yeah, odds it's over. That's a done deal. But
so what about Blaylock? What about like Blaylock or at least one other guy?
It's injured. That's what I was told. I still think there needs to be more rotation. Like you see, you got Andy Bash. You still got Javonte Barnes, even though people how they feel about him, and he's Javonte. Let's just say that. Taylor Tatum. I mean, unless Taylor Tatum is an amputee, I'm trying to figure out how long. What is the injury exactly? Because I've seen him out there. Full pads, working out, everything like that. So they haven't really disclosed what his injury is and why he can't get in there. So I really don't know his situation. But yeah, I just that. But a few things though, and not a few things as in long, but defense, yes, excellent. Proud of the defense. But the player in me is, I understand. Down into everything's great. I want close to perfection as I can get. I don't want to see mediocrity, and that's what I see in the offense. And maybe that's because I am an offensive guy. That's why I just have a bad taste, a sour taste in my mouth seeing that. But it's because what I'm seeing. That's what it is. It's not that the offense is playing bad. It's how they're playing bad. I wouldn't mind if the offense wasn't elite, but they're still getting drives. But it's like we're watching it, and everybody's like, what are we looking at? That's the issue I have. And then another thing that's starting to, come into fruition or present itself to me, I don't know how y'all feel about this, is November is starting to show inexperience versus experience. Look how Arch Manning and Steve Sarkisian look. Look how BV and his defenses look. It's starting to show coaches that have Lincoln Riley in the last caller, what they just said. And I think that's Arbuckle this is his first taste of this grind of football. And I think he's learning how to navigate it. And it's showing his inexperience. It's showing his age because of the decision making, the play calling, the development, different things like that. And just the one thing with the offense, I'm gonna just stick on the pass game right now, is I don't like is like I've said it all year, is the lack of creativity. The one thing that stands out to me is, why are we always throwing fade routes to the sideline? Where is the cross? Where is the misdirection to get safeties and linebackers on their heels to get them off balance?
The routes are
it's strange to me. Like every play is a fade overthrown, and you don't have the room to operate when you're throwing to the sideline like that. And I am positive. I'm glad they're winning, but like I said, it's how the offense is looking. It just has a bad taste in my mouth. I don't like it. I don't. If they end up going far in the playoffs, fine. I still want that offense to be better. And I guarantee when the meetings come across Sunday, guess what those players are saying in the meetings? We got to be better. So I know all the fans are looking at the positive, which is okay. But in that meeting, there's a whole lot of cuss words getting thrown around in the meetings tomorrow. I promise you that, because how the offense looked. And certain, we have the talent at receiver. We do. I think we have the guys out there. I just think it's the schemes that are not getting them open. The one scheme that got them open was the play Satania scored the long ball on, the long run on. That schemed him open. Where is more of that?
Exactly.
That's what I don't know.
Well, and it was the thing is, it was the play before that, they had Satania wide open and Mateer missed him.
Yes. And that's another thing too. They really need to get into their bubble. Satania, I don't know. I'm not Satania. Mateer needs to get with, I don't know. I know Patrick Mahomes. I think his QB coach, I think he lives in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. But he needs to get with somebody like that or something. And he needs to work on his mechanics. He needs to work on his touch. There's a lot of stuff that he needs to work on, because he's not a naturally gifted thrower like the Bakers and stuff of the world. I know those are Heisman Trophy winners, but no one thought Baker was going to turn out the way he was. But he's just not a natural thrower of the ball. He needs to work on those mechanics, because he hits a lot of those. It's a totally different game, completely different game. But we'll see when we get there. I think they can make a long run, but like I say it again, next year's offense, I just have a feeling that's when we really going to see something. And I think that's when we're really going to get complimentary football on both sides. It sucks. I know we won it this year, but I'm just saying, that's how I feel. Just seeing the offense, seeing what we're getting back, and the young guys, especially the receiver. I think X-Rob and all them guys are coming back. I mean, come on now. Think about it. So that's just what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Hey, thanks for the call.
All right.
And
Appreciate it, guys.
Jay, he's been kind of saying that all year about next year's offense. And if some of those young guys develop, like maybe, I mean, and we'll see at the quarterback position and what they're going to do. But the O-line is going to be better next year than it is now. Let's get it touted Sailor 405. What's up?
What's going on, guys?
How
y'all doing?
Good, you?
Well, I was at the game, and I can say that the crowd was slightly angry with the refs. But most of all, what I got from the crowd today was we were confused by the play calling. Okay. Defense, yes, the first half of the first quarter was, I don't want to get started on it. But after that, they had something woke up in them, and the defense looked great. But then the play calling has to get better. And he basically took the words out of my mouth. Last caller did. There was a few plays where Mateer had I think it was the Burks play. He was going, he hitched for some reason at the 40-yard line, and it was a beautiful deep ball to Burks. If y'all remember that play.
I know which one you're talking about.
It ended up being slightly past him, but
yes.
Well, I think the one thing with his deep balls, he kind of throws them on a rope still.
That sidearm thing has to go.
Yeah, put it on a little more air now. I think that would. Were the fans upset that they weren't trying to run the ball more, or were they just upset in general with the play calling?
It was more along the lines of just it seemed like Mateer. and I brought this analogy up a while ago, and it with race cars and piloting, you're behind the plane or you're behind the car, and it seems like after the injury, Mateer has been behind the play calls. He's been behind, as soon as the ball is snapped, it seems like he's like a half step behind the play.
I would agree.
And he's not after that injury, like at the beginning of the season, he was great. Like he was on top of everything. He might have been right there on top of it. Yeah, he's not our Baker Mayfield or whatever we want to call it, but we're not going to have that anymore because we're in the SEC now. We're defensive oriented. We're defensive minded now. So we got to think about it as we need the offense to do what they need to do. And he was doing that until he got injured. And then when he came back, yes, Texas only prepares for one game a year. We know that. But Ole Miss, yes, we came back. It just seems like ever since the injury, he's like a half step behind the offense. He's a step behind the offense. If I'm trying to get my analogies right.
He is, but Jay and Tad Sailor, for whatever reason, there's games where they don't. Like, I think they should they should get him going running the ball earlier in games. He gets a little bit of a rhythm when he gets hit and runs the ball some. Early in the year, he kind of did that. It's like they don't want to get him. Like, it's just weird, the scheme. And then the other thing is, if I'm throwing down the sideline, I'm going to probably throw to my 6'3" guy.
Yes.
Giovanni Gibson, he did have the almost phenomenal one-handed catch, but they never throw a jump ball to him on the outside. It's to Deion Burks. I don't understand it.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there. Please, for the love of God, target Kanik more.
He's
good. Oh my God!
Yeah,
I know. Right after the catch,
I understand that he's not a great blocker, but once you get the ball in his hands, he's going downfield.
Here's the problem, though, Tad. He can't target a guy more because he doesn't stay in the pocket long enough to read through 2 or 3 reads. So if the first read's not there, he's belling. The touchdown today, that was the second read because he knew he was coming off the other slant, but he stayed in the pocket there, but he's not staying in there.
I mean, I'm talking about other plays like we're more driving and stuff like that. Like Kanik is always open across the center.
Yeah.
He's always open across the center, and that guy is a dog, okay? Like he's going to fight for that ball. So get him the ball. And I understand there's a lot of other people on this offense, but it's just like whenever you're trying to throw those cross route pass plays, I mean, that guy is always open and he's going to fight for that ball. He's not just going to give up on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised that Mateer hasn't been able to go through the progressions as well. I thought he would be.
He knows the offense so well.
Yeah. You would think he would get through him faster or get through him, but it seems like he is. Just something's a little off, it seems like, with that offense. I don't know. Tad Sailor, you were at the game. I was watching on my phone. I'm thinking every freaking time I was like, defense, just give them one more chance on offense. They'll do something.
Yeah.
3 and out. I mean, you talk about first 9 punts. I mean, it was like, please, for the love of God.
Our punter had 400. What was it? 404 yards of punts. 9 for 404 yards.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, listen, we were frustrated in the stands. Okay. But at the same time, our offense was doing enough, and I know that's been the theme of this year, and it's better than we were last year. Trust me, it's I think it's at least double what we were last year better. And we got to think about this too. I'm gonna bring this up. We have 3 freshman offensive linemen,
and they're playing well.
Okay, and they're doing amazing job as what they are, but how inexperienced they are. We got to think about these guys are 18 and 19 years old. Okay, and they're doing what they are.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, because you were there. Mini Men, how did it go off at the stadium? How was it? Third quarter, the fourth quarter song. What do you think?
We were actually kind of aggravated at that point.
And
I was in section 4, and I think I heard the song, but I was talking to a bunch of people around me, and we were talking about how aggravated we were about just the play calling on offense. And
it looked like the players were into it. The players loved it. It looked like
the fans were. It was not okay. Most of the time, especially on defense, we were loud. We were there. We were on it. But when we had those offensive kind of stuff, I don't know, man. It's just
and the frustrating thing is they got the 2 touchdowns before half to go score 14 points, and you kind of felt like maybe they had a breakthrough. Maybe it's like, okay, maybe
we had that rhythm going.
had the rhythm. They come back out of halftime, get the field goal, and then from then on, it was nothing. So
yeah, it was just all defense. I mean,
all defense.
But honestly, and I was talking to NIL about this earlier. It felt like after halftime, we were so angry as fans with what was going on in the game. I don't want to bring it up, the refs.
Oh,
it was bad.
I don't mind interference calls. I don't mind it if you're going to call something after the play, if you're doing it both ways. I mean, Missouri had a guy that came and ran after the play and jumped on OU's guy. No late penalty. They had a couple interference. Like it was so inconsistent. It was unbelievable.
And there was a lot of us around, like a lot of people around me that were just angry about that. And we were, after the second half, we were just angry. And every time we were on defense, we just wanted to get as loud as possible. Okay.
Oh, and
then offense, we were just trying to be quiet as possible and make sure we were watching the plays. So
BV was angry. BV was angry on the
side.
I
saw him.
I love it.
I was on that side, and then I think they had a sideline warning too because of
they did. Get back. He needs a get back coach again.
Hey, one more, baby. One more, Tatted. One more win, man. Playoff.
Yeah, one more. But I'm going to that game next week too. I'll be in section 34. So.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna try to go as well. So hey, man, can't
appreciate it, Tatted.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks all.
Yep.
Hey Jay. I know we've gone an hour and 6 minutes, and I saw someone said you got to get on there and watch that the other podcast, Damien and Mackey. I don't know what I didn't see what the comments were on that, but Jay, just again, kind of you give your take, and then I'm going to give my take as we close this thing. Give your minute long take, whatever you want to say
from this game.
Just overall right now, where you at?
I mean, this has been the blueprint for the last 3 weeks for Oklahoma offensively. It's been the same. Another game they win with defense and special teams. They get 2 turnovers today, no touchdowns. You have the field goal from Sandale. It's another win that they've done the last few, Germ. This team is way, way, way more mentally tough than they've been, okay? Defense, not just defense. They're a very mentally tough team. 9-2, you win 1 game over LSU and you're in the playoff. I am very frustrated with the offense, but I'm freaking excited and happy with the way this team's playing 9-2. Yeah. I mean, we can say what we don't like, what we're not happy with, but at the end of the day, 9-2 with a chance to go to the playoff. Sign me up any day of the week, baby. Any day of the week, and the next 6 days, can't wait because a lot of build up for the LSU game. So can't wait. But you know what? I think the part of the one thing in me that just I have this thing in my mind, I can't get rid of it, Germ. I just can't get rid of it. It's if the offense would do something.
How good could it be?
This team, man, if the offense could just do something the next few weeks, come on, turn a corner. If they could just do something. But if they played 11 games, I kind of think you kind of see what they're kind of going to do. But man, if they could. Man, they got something with that other side of the ball and special teams, man.
Yeah, you live to play another day. You 1 win away from the playoff, and what OU again has done by beating now 5 ranked opponents, 4 currently ranked teams. There is no chance that another 10-2 is going to take OU's spot because of that resume. Now I know what Sean McDonough said. This offense isn't good enough to be in the playoff. I don't give a rip what Sean McDonough says. Okay. He's been about at every OU game the last 4 weeks. I hope he's at the LSU game because when him and McElroy call the game, OU wins, it seems like, especially as of late. But OU's done everything they need to do to win football games. And part of that is not turning the ball over, winning the turnover battle. You got to do it again. Van Buren's going to bring some speed at the quarterback position. OU's going to have to tackle well there. I think overall Missouri is the tougher team physically. And that's weird to say over an LSU team, but they're more balanced. And OU has it all in front of them. I like the mentality of BV saying, you're not going to give a trophy for 9-2. And their mentality of being physical and going after and getting it hard to kill. They got to keep with that mentality all the way through the rest of the season, Jay. And this could be something special. I don't care how stat-wise their offense stands up against some others. It doesn't matter. It's about what you're doing now, and all they're doing now is win. All they do is win, no matter what, okay? That's what they're doing. So, hey, guys, thank you so much for being on here tonight. A lot of supers from Damon Dustin tonight. Thank you very much. Very
Chief,
much appreciative of that.
Chief as well.
Chief T-Bird as well. Thank you so much for the supers. It's Thanksgiving week, guys. Biggest trap game all year, LSU, Daniel says. And it's a team that's had OU's number. They've got to slay that dragon, that whatever you want to call it, ghost.
Tiger.
Slay the tiger, yeah, back-to-back week. So, hey, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Have a super Sunday. Till next time, Sooner Nation. Boomer.
Sooner.